Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome on this beautiful day. Thank you for joining us. We have a very special guest with us today. I have to read, so excuse me for a moment, but we are privileged to have Alicia with us today. Originally from Vancouver, Alicia Berruti is passionate about people and human connection, and that passion has fueled her desire to help other professionals communicate in ways that help us all to be just a little more human. During her 5 years in sales with BombBomb, which many of us have come to know, she's traveled all over the US and Canada, speaking and educating on the power of video, and most recently has left the world of sales to take on the new role of national speaker, where she continues to educate and inspire realtors and other sales professionals to humanize their communication. We're happy to have her here with us today. You're in for a treat, so I turn it over to Alicia.
Thank you so much, Marianne. I'm happy to be here today. I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen and we will jump right in. Well, like Marianne said, my title at BombBomb is National Speaker. That is really just a fancy title that means that I am an evangelist. Part of the reason why I'm a good evangelist is, like Marianne said, before I was in this role as national speaker, I worked in sales. And I got to experience on a regular basis the way people responded to video, which, turned me into a huge believer. And now that I travel all over the United States and Canada, the absolute best part about my job are the success stories. I constantly get to hear success stories from realtors, and I'm going to share some of those today while we work through the content. So today we're going to talk about just a little bit about why video and why BombBomb, but then I'm going to share with you 3 ways where I see video right now really helping agents communicate more effectively, convert more leads, scale their business. So I'm going to share with you some ideas for using video for building relationships. I'm going to share with you how you can use video for helping push those transactions through. And then I'm going to share with you some ideas for using video to help scale your business. And then we're going to talk a little bit about working through the fear of video. And then I definitely want to take some time for questions. So we're just going to jump right in. We live in a very video-centric society right now. This was true pre-global pandemic, and it's even more true now. We've seen over the last few years where video has taken over such a prominent place on social media and marketing and websites and all of that. An executive at Facebook said that he believes that by the end of 2021, so the end of next year, everything on Facebook is going to be a video, because we know that it grabs people's attention because the way people respond to it. And then now, since, February, end of February, beginning of March, we've shifted into a new era, really. Zoom was something that I use all the time when I'm doing webinars or hosting meetings, but, Zoom has taken over such a prominent place in our culture for people to be able to still communicate this way. And over the last few months, as we've moved through this global pandemic and this health crisis, we've seen marketers start to use phrases like this, the now more than ever, and in times like these, in these unprecedented times. And we're tired of hearing marketers use these. I know you are, I am too. But these are telling a story. And the story that they're telling is that we have shifted into a different time. And what I've seen really prominently, especially in real estate, video has gone from a nice to have to really almost a need to have. Some of the consumer behaviors that they've adjusted to over the last couple months are going to stick around. Your sellers, they're going to want less people coming through their homes. Your buyers, they're going to want to do a better job of maybe seeing some houses virtually before they want to go see them in person. And we've already seen this shift happening. And here's the thing about consumers, okay? Once they realize that they can do something digitally, once they've gotten used to doing business in this digital way, they're going to want it. Because this is the way culture shifts, right? When you find that you can do something that saves you time, the consumers are just going to want to do it. So these are some stats on video. Now, these stats are on video for marketing, and we're not really talking about marketing today. We're going to talk about video for relationships, but these stats are very indicative of the way that people consume video content. So 64% of consumers make a purchase after watching a branded social video. 64% of consumers, after watching a video on social media, have enough know, like, and trust with either the company, the product, or in a lot of cases, the influencer talking about that product, that they're ready to make a purchase, okay? Marketers who use video grow revenue 49% faster than non-video users. This is a big one. Viewers retain 95% of a message when they watch it in a video, as compared to only 10% when reading it in a text. Think about the amount of emails or text messages that you send to explain things, right? Tell them what to expect or what's next or what's going on. The simple fact of sending the video, it's easier and faster for you to communicate, but your recipient is going to retain so much more of what you shared simply by watching you say it rather than reading it. So like I said, these stats are very indicative of video for marketing. And what we're actually going to talk about is more video for relationships. So here's how I like to make the distinction, okay? Your video for marketing is your public facing video, okay? Your YouTube, your Facebook Lives, your professionally produced home tours, that your listing videos that you're putting on social media and on your YouTube and on your website, okay? Video for marketing, it's public facing. Whereas what we're going to talk about is video for relationships. And you certainly can also use BombBomb for social media, but we're going to focus more on using videos as a communication tool, okay? To get you face-to-face faster, to maintain those relationships and deliver the messages directly to who you want, right? So video for marketing, it's more like the spaghetti that we throw on the wall to see which noodles are going to stick, right? You're trying to draw people to you. Video for relationships is more direct to the person or the people that you want to communicate with. And here's the thing. It does not matter how much technology ever comes into the real estate space. Real estate is about building relationships and maintaining relationships. Do you guys agree with me on that? I can't see you, but I hope that you're nodding your head along with me, because that's really what this is all about. You work in a relationship business. So just to provide a quick visual so that you can see this, and then we're going to jump into some of the examples. There's nothing wrong with this email on the left. It's just an email. But this email tells us nothing about this agent whatsoever. It's just black text on a white screen. We make decisions with the emotional side of our brain. And yet these quick GIF files, this already tells us more about Melanie and Jesse than an entire email. A 3-second loop gives you more know, like, and trust for these agents than an entire typed out email. And that's the power of video. It's taking all of the things that make you good at your job, your personality, your knowledge, your experience, your ability to communicate. And it's giving you that ability to show up as yourself, as a human being, in the places where you're communicating with your clients over email and over text messages, okay? So there's a lot of places where video is gonna be better, and we're gonna highlight some of these ideas, but I just want to address one of the questions that I always get. And one of the questions I always get is, Alicia, why do I need BombBomb? Why can't I just record a video on my phone and send it that way? Well, I'm just gonna address that question right out of the gate by explaining some of the things that we do for you, okay? Number one, a video file is huge. So if you've ever tried to send a video, maybe you wanted to take a video of the kids and send it to grandma, you may have run into this situation where you only have about 20 or 30 seconds, and then it's going to tell you the file's too big. Well, that's because videos are huge, okay? So you don't have to worry about that with BombBomb. In fact, you can send a video up to 45 minutes in length through BombBomb. In addition to that, we do tracking so that you know when people are opening up your emails and playing your videos. There's nothing for them to download. It's not an attachment. In fact, it comes into their inbox, just like you see when they open up their email. They see that 3-second GIF that we do automatically. They see that big red play button. They see a timestamp on the video. All they have to do is press play, and now you are speaking to them directly, okay? And it's really, really easy to use. We're not gonna talk a lot about products today. We're not even really gonna talk a ton about BombBomb, as much as I wanna show you some of the ways that you can be using simple video to really, really change your business. So the first area where I see agents being really, really successful with video right now is simply using it for building their relationships and strengthening their relationships. Lead response. This is one of the best things you can do if you have leads coming in. It doesn't matter whether you're buying Zillow leads or you have Boomtown or you're doing Google SEO pay-per-click leads or from your website or social media. We know that the average consumer works with the first agent they meet face-to-face. It's not because the first agent is the most qualified or the most successful. It's simply the human connection piece. When they get face-to-face with an agent, it's easy to say yes. So if you can do that as a first point of touch, if you can start to introduce yourself, not only are you going to start building that know, like, and trust faster, but you're also differentiating yourself from any other agent they may be talking to, right? If you're getting leads coming in from an internet source, the likelihood that that client has been on another agent's website or that another agent is going to be reaching out to them is pretty high. So if you immediately get to differentiate yourself with video, it's a huge value add. But even more than that, we're going to talk about how you can check in with your past clients right now, or sending a video after a phone call when you do get to talk to that client, powerful for follow-ups, or sending an appointment confirmation through a video. These are all ways where video is going to help you build that relationship faster, as well as really extend out that human connection piece, that face-to-face, even if time and distance and this new culture is keeping you from having that face-to-face meeting. So I'm going to play this video for you. This is our friend Jesse Peters. And this video was a response to a seller lead. So this was a seller lead that came in off of his website. He had never met this person before. And when this lead came in, he was actually out at the park with his daughter. So this is the actual video that he sent in the moment to this person he never met to start to build that relationship. Check it out.
Hey there, Carmelo. How you doing? Jesse Peters here. Hope all is well. Just wanted to touch base with you. Say yes, I would love to have the opportunity to meet you guys, talk about the housing market over in the River Heights area, and see what your options are for summer if you're looking at putting your house on the market. Obviously, just out with my daughter right now before it starts to rain. So I will be available later tonight. You can reply to this. You can reply to this email, and I'll be more than happy to set up a time for
All right, so be honest, okay? In your minds there while you're watching this, how many of you would have wanted to re-record that video or not send it, right? You've got lots of wind noise. You've got his daughter that pokes her face in. But this works. Even that video with the wind noise and it not being perfectly professional, because it's human. And this is what people want. This idea of know, like, and trust are not sales buzzwords, okay? People want to actually work with someone that they can connect with, and that's what happened. Jessie told us her response came within 10 minutes. She said that she hoped we had fun in getting in playtime before the rain. She couldn't wait to meet Jessie. This was someone she never met, and she was going to bring bubbles to the appointment. So let me ask you a question, guys. Have you ever sent an email or a text message to a client you have never met and they said, I can't wait to meet you, right? This is the power of video. So great for lead response, but using video for maintaining relationships is a really, really powerful thing that you should be doing inside of your database right now. Normally, sorry, I'm going to let this dog out or it's going to keep scratching at the door. Real world, man. This is working from home problems. So, video for relationships within your database. Normally, I would never ever tell you in a training that you should be sending videos to clients, say I'm just checking in. However, the rules are different right now. Right now, one of the best things that you could be doing with your sphere, with your CRM, with your past clients, is to just show up and be present, okay? Showing up with presence, with empathy, with gratitude. These are people that have helped build your business, right? And service, showing up and saying thank you for the opportunity to serve you in the past. How can I help your family? So this is really, really easy. This doesn't take a script. This isn't scary. These are people that already like you. It's as simple as pressing that record button and saying, Karen, Tom, how are you guys? I've been thinking about you guys. How's the family doing? Is there anything you need? It is just that easy. So a couple things I just want to highlight on this, okay? Number one, your clients are probably still likely having less face-to-face interactions than they normally would. I know you guys out on the East Coast got hit pretty hard. Here in Colorado, we didn't get hit as hard, but we're still not even going back to working from in our office until September, right? So your clients, regardless of what industry they're in, they're probably having less face-to-face interactions over these last few months than they ever did before. So they're going to appreciate seeing your face, especially because watching videos of human faces actually stimulates serotonin production in your brain. Serotonin, those happy chemicals that we need. So the simple fact of you sending the video is going to help your clients have warm and fuzzies about you, but you're also having a positive impact on their day and on the way they're going to move throughout the rest of their day. The other thing I just want to mention on this is that this is asynchronous, okay? What do I mean by that? Well, to get someone on the phone or to have a FaceTime chat or a Zoom happy hour, that's synchronous. You have to both show up at the same time. The nice thing about simple video for relationships is that you record it when it makes sense for you and you send it off. It's asynchronous, okay? They get to watch it when it makes sense for them. You're not interrupting their work from home day or while they're trying to keep kids that aren't at daycare or summer camp entertained. They can watch it when it makes sense for them, okay? So I actually got to speak to a client on a webinar. It wasn't even my webinar. I was just attending another one, but he jumped into chat to tell them that he had sent that week 45 one-to-one BombBomb videos and had 18 phone calls returned from those 45 videos that week. That's 18 strengthened relationships inside of his sphere. So really, really powerful, okay? All right, so the second thing that I want to talk to you about, the way that I'm seeing agents use video really, really successfully, is to help continue to move transactions through. At BombBomb, we've used this phrase for a long time, this be there in person when you can't be there in person. Well, lo and behold, these last few months have made it so that in a lot of cases, you really can't be there in person. So some ideas here. First off, clarity of expectations. Remember, we retain 95% of a message when we watch it in a video as compared to reading it in text. But in addition to that, you get to communicate with empathy and set aside or help allay anyone's fears about what to expect. So, you know, being able to send a video to a potential client and let them know what this looks like right now, how you can still do this. Physically distanced CMAs. Oof, I'm going to show you an example of this using our screen recorder. Going over neighborhood comps or MLS data is something that can be really hard to do if you're not sitting right next to someone. so that you can show them all that information? Well, our screen recorder makes it so that you can do that. Same thing with going over contracts or documents. Our mobile app, you can use the mobile app to do a virtual showing or a walkthrough, or record some video at an inspection to send it off to that client so they can see what's happening there. In fact, our mobile app just got a facelift, and we're going to talk about that as well. So there's a lot of ways that video is going to help you continue to move your transactions through. And in fact, I spoke to a team leader up in Canada. He actually runs the #1 team in Canada, the #5 team in North America. And he actually had a client recently where, sorry, it was one of the agents on his team, but they had a client where they did an entire transaction without ever meeting face-to-face. The first time that his agent met their clients face-to-face were when they were handing them the keys, because video made it so easy to go over documents and neighborhood comps and all of that. So I'm going to show you this video of our friend Jimmy using the screen recorder for a CMA. Now, what Jimmy does is Jimmy actually does unsolicited CMAs to his past clients inside of his database. I want to be really, really clear about that, because I've given this example before, and then I have people asking, well, where did he get these email addresses from? These are not CMAs to strangers, okay? These are unsolicited CMAs to the people within his database. Well, why does he do this? Well, this is an incredible way that you can add value. Again, it's asynchronous, so you're not calling up a client and saying, hey, would you be interested in talking about how much your home is worth? Because they're probably not, unless they're actually interested in selling. But what Jimmy does is he just does this and he sends it off as a value add. Hey, I just want you to know what's happening with your property. Now, the very first time Jimmy did this, he told me he did one a day for 90 days. And that one a day for 90 days resulted in $11 million in listings. All he would do is he'd sit down first thing in the morning, he'd record one of these, send it off to a past client, get on with his day. But because he was providing all of that valuable data, they would reach back out to him. Hey, Jimmy, maybe we want to have a conversation about selling. So really, really powerful to inject some life into your database and a way to provide value. But you can also do this with potential sellers that maybe you can't sit right down next to, either because they don't want you in their home, or maybe they're out of town, or they have someone at risk in their home. So I'm going to play this video for you. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I want you to see how easy it is with the screen recorder to make really complex digital topics really simple to understand.
Hey, it's Jimmy Burgess. Hope you're doing well. Wanted to give you an update on what's been going on at Adagio. We've had some changes there. So let me just kind of pull this in here and kind of get you to a place where you can really kind of see a little better exactly what we're looking at as far as in Adagio right now. One of the things, I'm pretty sure you know this, but A, B, C, D, E, F, G, as far as the building numbers. And so what I want to do is I want to come in here and talk specifically about some of these that have sold recently in the last year to give you an update on your value to get you a better feel for where we are. So what I did is I just kind of broke down, obviously the ones that are off the water are going to be the ones south of $1 million. The ones on the Gulf are going to be the ones that were this higher price. So I'm going to really focus in on your place here to give you an idea. So if we're looking at this, basically,
really, really cool way to just provide some value for your past clients, okay? Now, the other thing that I do want to mention is the virtual showings or a physically distanced walkthrough, because one of the things that I am hearing from a lot of agents right now is that clients are wanting a virtual walkthrough first. Before they leave their house, before they go through all of that, they're wanting to see it digitally first. So you have a couple options of this. You can do one live with FaceTime or Zoom. Zoom has a mobile app, or any app that will let you stream live video, right? Facebook has a video chat option. You could do that with a client, okay, using your phone. But then the other option would be, if you can't get them live in that moment or at FaceTime, or maybe if the internet connection isn't great, or if you simply want to record a quick physically distanced walkthrough, that is going to stay in your BombBomb account so that you can show it to another client and send it off just like that. The nice thing about the BombBomb mobile app, a couple things I want to point out on it. Number one, the BombBomb mobile app lets you flip your camera while you're recording. So you could actually start your video on your face and say, hey, I'm out at 123 Main Street. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough for you and point out some of the features that you had mentioned you were looking for. We're going to start at the front door. You flip the camera, you walk through the front door, and you can narrate it. Okay. So flipping the camera while you're recording. My iPhone 11 camera won't even let me do that. Your BombBomb app will. The other thing that our app lets you do is it lets you pause the recording while you're recording and then pick it back up in the same place. Whereas on my iPhone, if I stop a recording, it ends the video file. And then if I wanted to start recording again, I would have to edit those pieces together. Again, with BombBomb, you can pause the recording, go somewhere else in the house, whether if you want to go outside or maybe you want to go upstairs, you can just pause that recording, go upstairs, go outside, pick up the recording, and it's just going to piece them right together with no editing, okay? So our mobile app got a little bit of a facelift. If you've seen our mobile app before, these are some screenshots to show you what it looks like now. So obviously, you have that big red record button. That's the place where you're going to record. Moving to the right of that, you've got a play button. This is where you can access your video library. And then those bar graphs, that's actually where you can view your tracking. But some of the new things that we did here is, number one, after you record a video or you select one, it's going to take you to this screen that you see here on, let's see if I can do this. Oh, I was going to try and get an arrow, but that's all right. It's going to give you this option to either text, to send it by email, or to share it. And if you click that share option, it's actually going to open up all of your connected apps. So you could share it directly into Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp. One of the other things that we've done is we've given you the option to send it through. If you don't want to send it directly from the BombBomb app, because you can email it directly from the BombBomb app, or you can send it from inside one of your other mail apps on your phone, okay? So you have access to your video library, which we're going to talk about in this next section, some ideas for building up a video library. You've got tracking, real-time tracking information right from your mobile app that tells you when people are opening your emails and playing your videos, okay? So the last idea that I want to touch on is this idea of using video for scalability, to build up your video library with videos that are going to help you save time, are going to help you communicate at a high level with your clients, and that really is going to help your reviews, okay? So, couple things here. Frequently asked questions and next steps in the process. Think about how many times you answer the same question over and over again. Your new buyers, they have the exact same questions. Your sellers, they have some of the same questions. So one of the things that I would highly recommend that I see really successful top performing agents doing is jotting down some of those frequently asked questions. Write down, what are the 10 most frequent questions you get asked? And then simply record a quick video answer. Because now the next time that question arises, whether you're sitting in front of your computer or whether you're at the grocery store, you can access that video from your mobile app or from your web platform and send the answer to that question in just a matter of seconds. Same things with next steps in the process. If you put in a little bit of work ahead of time to record some videos explaining what to expect, it's going to not only save you a ton of time, but your consumers are going to love it. How do I know they love it? Well, I have agents tell me on a regular basis that when they're sending these videos for FAQs and next steps in the process, this is something that clients specifically write in their reviews, that they loved getting those video answers. They loved the videos telling them exactly what to expect. A simple video of saying something like, hey, it's Alicia, your friendly agent here. I just wanted to let you know, as your home inspection is coming up this week, here are 5 things that you can do to make sure that goes smoothly. So FAQs, next step in the process, huge, huge value add to make it so that you can communicate at a high level in a way that really saves you time. Appointment confirmations. If you are using any sort of digital calendar that sends out an automatic appointment confirmation, guess what? You can drop a video in there. People are way more likely to hold in an appointment if it's been confirmed with video than a plain standard appointment reminder. Why? Well, human faces are hard to ignore. There's a big difference between getting a Google Calendar alert and getting a video from a human being saying, I cannot wait to chat with you tomorrow about listing your home, okay? So appointment confirmations. We already talked about lead response, but we can set up pre-recorded lead responses in the places where your autoresponders are going out. Things like happy birthdays and home purchase anniversaries. This is a great way that you can maintain relationships, but we let you schedule them out. Or if your CRM lets you schedule, you can set aside some time and record some happy birthdays or happy 1-year anniversary on being in your home and simply schedule them out to go out on the day of that birthday or the home purchase anniversary. So video can help you save a massive amount of time while also communicating at a really high level in a really human connected way that your clients are going to appreciate. So I want to show you this last video, and this is an agent doing just that. She has all of these videos recorded ahead of time for what happens next in the process so that she can either just send those out or even have her assistant, once she's already recorded them, schedule those out to go out to the clients as they move through that process. So check this out.
Hey there, thanks again so much for hiring us to sell your home and help you experience success with your real estate goals. If you're keeping track with our process, we're over here on item 10, and this is prepare the house videos. In this series, you're going to get a number of videos that are going to tell you about what needs to happen next. If you were with us recently,
she does such a great job of really setting up clear expectations and walking them through next step. And she already did the work. She only has to do that one time and the work is already done. So I just want to let you guys know that we do have tons and tons of integrations. This is not all of our integrations. This is just a few of them. When I get to questions, if you have questions about specific integrations, let me know. But one of our primary focuses is to be in the places where you are already interacting with your customers. We have a Gmail integration. You can put your videos into Outlook. We've got tons of CRM integrations. We have a Google Chrome integration that makes it so that you can quickly and easily record and drop a video into any CRM, even if it doesn't have a direct integration. You can also use the Chrome extension for sending videos over Facebook Messenger or Instagram Messenger or LinkedIn Messenger. So there's a lot of ways to make this really, really easy. And if you do have questions about specific integrations, please ask when we get to questions, okay? Last thing that I want to touch on before we take time for questions is the fear of being on video. This is the number one thing that keeps people from doing video. And it's not always just that I don't like how I look or I don't like my voice. I get the perfectionists. They have a lot of fear around video too because they think it has to be perfect or polished or edited, or they want green screens behind them. So we're just going to spend a few minutes talking about this, okay? So the first thing that I want you to keep in your mind, if you are one of these people that has this hesitation about doing video, okay? Or if you don't like the way you look or you don't like the way you sound. Number one, this is really, really normal. You are not alone in this. In fact, almost every person that you have ever seen doing video has had to work through this uncomfortability, okay? I'm gonna throw some quotes up here just so that you can see them while I talk through this. But these are quotes of highly paid, famous actors and actresses that get paid to be on camera that still don't like seeing themselves on camera. This is the most normal of all things. Reese Witherspoon, I feel like we can all agree that objectively Reese Witherspoon is a attractive looking human. And even she says, I don't know who feels good looking at themselves. Nobody, right? So I just want to encourage you that this is a really, really normal thing to feel uncomfortable either putting yourself on camera or watching yourself on camera, okay? The second thing that I want to bring to your mind here is that, this slide was from when I was doing it for job seekers. It should say the value you bring to your clients, but I apologize for that. This is a really, really key point to this, okay? The value that you bring to your clients and your past clients and your family and your community is in who you are as a human being, right? You didn't get into real estate because you think you look like Cindy Crawford and that's gonna bring all this business to you, right? You got into real estate because you're either passionate about getting people into their homes or you love real estate. The value that you have to offer your clients has nothing to do with how many wrinkles you have around your eyes, or if you need a haircut, or if you think that you don't like the background in your home and that you wish that you could have a video studio. These are not why clients work with you. And the value that you can bring to your clients is simply in showing up as a human being. This is a huge value add to your business, to be able to show up on video as a human being and not just be another black text on the screen. So Oprah Winfrey, I think most of us probably can acknowledge that we know who Oprah is. Oprah has actually very publicly for many, many years been open about her struggles with the way that she looks. Now, when Oprah was offered the Oprah show back in Chicago on WGN in the 80s, if Oprah had not been willing to show up on camera, even though she was uncomfortable with the way she looked, the world would not have Oprah, and Oprah would not have $3 billion. So here's the thing, okay? I just want you to remember that you do not have to have a perfect video. You don't have to have what you would consider a perfect face or have perfect presence on camera or any of that. Simply by showing up as a human being in email and text message, you are going to have an advantage and it's going to be better for your business, okay? The last thing that I just want to remind you of on video is that we are all our own worst critics. It does not matter who you are, how many times you've done a video, you are going to be way more critical than anyone else. The things that you see on video, no one else cares about. So here are the 3 R's for working through your uncomfortability of being on video, okay? Number 1, remind yourself of why you do real estate. Remind yourself of the value that you have to offer your clients before you press that record button. If you've been in sales and you've ever been told by a manager that smile before you dial or pump yourself up before you pick up the phone to make that sales call, it's the same thing. Remind yourself who you are and why you serve clients before you press the record button, okay? Your second R for working through this fear of being on video is rewatch it, don't, okay? People always laugh when I tell them not to watch their videos back. I mean it. I have, I believe right now, probably about 8,000 one-to-one videos in my BombBomb account. I watch very few of my videos back because I do the same thing that you do when you watch your videos back. we criticize ourselves, right? We try and pick ourselves apart, or, oh, I don't like that, I'm gonna re-record, re-record, re-record. And it doesn't actually help, okay? So I want you to think about these more like a voicemail. You just record and send. And then the last thing is repetition, okay? On average, it takes our clients only about 5 to 10 videos before they completely are over their uncomfortability, okay? It's really, really not that hard. The more you do it, the easier it gets, okay? So I'm gonna pause my screen share here real quick for a second because I wanna show you guys how easy it is to do this. And I'm gonna do it with the Chrome extension. I feel like that's the best place to just kind of demo. So, and you know, if you have questions about how to get the Chrome extension and all of that, we certainly can address those in the Q&A, as well as I can send you some support articles. We have tons of tech support at BombBomb, but I just want you to see how easy this is, okay? So over here in my Gmail, I'm just gonna open up a compose window, and this would work regardless of whether you were in Apple Mail, if you were in Hotmail, if you were in Outlook. I'm gonna open up this so I have a compose window. Now, my Chrome extension is up here. Now, we do have a Gmail extension, which is what you see down here, but I'm not gonna use it because I want you to see how you could use the Chrome extension in Apple Mail or Outlook or a CRM or anything like that. So if I click up here on this bomb icon, it's gonna bring up my BombBomb recorder, okay? Now, I could access my video library and simply grab one of these videos and send it off to a client in just a matter of seconds, or I can record one. So I'm gonna launch the recorder. It's gonna pop up my video box here. You're gonna see my video open up here in just a moment. And then I have this red record button. It's not recording a video yet. I have to press this red record button again, and then it's gonna give me a countdown. Once that screen flashes, you are recording a video. So this is where you could say maybe, hi, Tom, it's Alicia from XYZ Realty. Thank you so much for stopping by our website. I just left you a voicemail, but I wanted to send a video, introduce myself, put a face to the name, let you know that I am a real person here in our local market. I'm not a robot, and I am so excited to talk to you about your home search. Right? That easy. Now that I'm done recording my video, I'm going to press save. Now it gives me an opportunity to either send directly from here. I can copy the link with that GIF preview, which is what you want for email. Or if you're putting a video into Facebook Messenger or LinkedIn, you just want the actual link. But since I'm putting this in an email, I'm gonna copy the link with preview. It's been copied. I'm gonna come in here. I'm simply going to paste, and there's my video, and now I can send, okay? So guys, it's really, really that easy. This is not hard. I promise you we have tons and tons of tech support so that you can help when you sign up. We give you tons of training. So you are not going to be alone. So before I take questions, I wanna leave you guys with a gratitude challenge. But before I give you the challenge, I wanna just tell you about this little bit of research that little school called Harvard and then the Wharton School of Business did on the benefits of gratitude. Now, I'm huge on gratitude. It's a major part of my own personal practice. I believe it's powerful, and there's tons of science around what gratitude does for us, okay? It changes the way our brain works. It helps us sleep. It actually reduces stress. It makes it easier to think under stressful situations. So there's a lot that gratitude does for you. But this specific gratitude study was centered around social capital. And social capital is basically just a nice way to say it gets people to do what you want them to do. So for this study, what Harvard and the Wharton School of Business did is they had sent out some requests for feedback on a cover letter. Now, when all of those requests came back, they divided that group of senders, the people in the research group, into two different groups, okay? Now, the first group, they sent back a second email saying this: Dear blank, I just wanted to let you know that I received your feedback on my cover letter. I was wondering if you could help with a second cover letter I prepared. Give me feedback. It's attached. Can you send me some comments in the next 3 days? The second group got the exact same email, but with one line changed. And the one line that they changed was they added a line that said, "Thank you so much. I am really grateful." That's it. The exact same email went out to these two different groups, but with one line changed. "Thank you so much. I'm really grateful." And the group that got that second email that had the "thank you so much, I'm really grateful" had an increase of compliance with the request by over 106%. When you say thank you, when you actively show gratitude to people, they are way more likely to want to reciprocate. Okay, so here is your challenge. Whether you have BombBomb or not, we offer a 14-day free trial. I'll tell you how to do that. You can sign up for the free trial, or if you want to just send a quick 20-second, 30-second video text from your phone to someone, you can do it. The most important thing is that you do it, okay? Because I want to help you work through that uncomfortability of getting through your first 5 to 10 videos, okay? So here's your challenge. Think of the names of 3 people you can say thank you to. Doesn't matter whether it's a fellow agent that's been helping you, whether it's your transaction coordinator, maybe it's a lender that you partner with, maybe it's a past client, maybe it's your kid's teacher. I don't care who it is. Just pick 3 people that you can say thank you to and send them a thank you video today. That's it. Okay? And then you get to sit back and enjoy the endorphins from making a positive impact on someone's day. And if you're not sure what you should say in the video, it's as easy as this, okay? "Hey, Mary, I actually was attending a training today, and they asked us to they told us to send a video to 3 people that we were thankful for, and you were the first name that came to mind. So I just wanted you to know that I'm so grateful for whatever. The way you teach our children, the way you help me with my business, whatever it is, okay? It's just as simple as that. Someone told me to send a thank you video today, and you were the first name that came to mind." Just as easy as that, okay? I put some resources up there for you guys. We host all of our webinars at bombbomb.com/webinar. We've got lots of past webinars that go over strategy or talking more about the fear. Our blog has tons of great resources, strategies, success stories. Our support site, if you visit support.bombbomb.com, you can search topically to get more information about our integrations or our Chrome extension or anything like that. And then we did write a book. Our CMO, Steve Passanelli, and our Chief Evangelist, Ethan Butte, wrote a book called Rehumanize Your Business. I know Libor has sent out some of these books before, but if you are interested in reading more about that one, you can check that out at bombbomb.com/book, okay? Last thing, and then I'm gonna take some questions, which is great because it looks like we've got about 13 minutes for questions. We offer a 14-day free trial, okay? It's no credit card required. It's not a give us your credit card and make sure you cancel in 14 days. It's an actual 14 days free. And over those 14 days, we also are gonna set you up with a one-on-one call with one of our strategy coaches so that they can help you set up your integrations and give you some actionable ideas and show you some ways in your specific business that you can start leveraging video at a really high level. So if you just go to bombbomb.com, you can simply click a start a free trial button and get going on video, okay? So with that, I'm gonna stop my screen share. And Mary Ann, have you got some questions for me?
Yes, we do. And I think I'm going to send my gratitude video to you.
Love that.
when we're done. Very informative. What would you say is the best length of a video?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think a lot of it depends on who you are sending the video to and what is the purpose, okay? So for example, a first touch video to a potential client that you've never met before, that video should absolutely be under 1 minute. In fact, I'd like to see that video around a 45-second length, okay? That first touch video is just you introducing yourself, making that human connection. You don't want to record a 2 or 3 minute video because they're not going to watch it because they don't know you, right? But if they see a video that says 40 seconds, I'll play a 40-second video for someone I don't know. Now, if you are sending a answer to a question, or maybe you're sending neighborhood comps to a past client, those videos can be longer because A, you're providing valuable information that they actually want, and B, they already know who you are, right? If a client sends you a text message asking a question and they get a 2 or 3 minute video back from you, well, they're gonna press play on that video because they want the answer to your question. So ideally, the 1 minute range, but a lot of it is just going to depend on what the purpose is and how strong your relationship is with that person. Great question though.
Yes, and that completely makes sense. Can we use different cameras, sometimes webcam, sometimes cell phone?
Oh yeah, you can use whatever. So our mobile app you can use a built-in camera on your desktop. I have an external webcam that I use on my laptop because it's better quality, but you can also upload videos into BombBomb. So if you've recorded a video on a really high level camera, like a DSLR, or even, listen, I see clients doing drone videos, right? You can have a drone video of a neighborhood or whatever, and then upload that into your BombBomb account so that you can send it over email and text as well. So you can use any camera.
Okay, that's great. A lot of people asking if it can be posted on Instagram.
So Instagram works differently than some other sites, okay? So for example, you can share something from Instagram to Facebook. However, you cannot share something from Facebook to Instagram, right? I can record a video on my phone, on my BombBomb app, and instantly share it to Facebook, to LinkedIn. I can put it in a Facebook Messenger. I can put it on my wall, wherever I want. However, Instagram requires everything to be uploaded natively, right? It's why you can share from Instagram to Facebook, but you can't share from Facebook to Instagram. So the answer to your question is no, you're going to have to upload it natively to the Instagram platform. However, if you are wanting to send a video message in Instagram Messenger, you can simply by sending the video link either from your mobile app, right? So you can use it to communicate over Instagram Messenger, but anything else that you're putting on Instagram, Instagram requires that you upload it directly onto Instagram.
Okay. Couple of people are saying, Alicia, that they could not see the Chrome extension when you did the demo. And could you revisit that? Is it?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me go back in here.
That will be helpful.
I'm going to exit out of my PowerPoint again. All right, so the Chrome extension is really this bomb icon up here in the top right-hand corner, okay? Is everyone seeing my screen now? Is everyone seeing my Gmail? Okay.
Yes.
So this little bomb icon is my Chrome extension. You can simply add this onto your Chrome browser by just searching Chrome Web Store and searching BombBomb, and it'll add it right on, okay? Once it's there, you have that access to the screen recorder and the video recorder and your video library. So you see here, it says camera only, launch recorder, or you can even launch the screen recorder from here. I see a question in the Q&As. You can't use the screen recorder on mobile, okay? It has to be on either a laptop or a desktop. So I'm gonna launch the camera, okay? Again, it pops up my recorder. On screen shares, sometimes the pop-ups don't show. So I'm wondering if maybe that's what you guys couldn't see. And this time it's not going to pull my camera because of my Zoom camera. These are always fun things when you do a live demo. So I'm going to grab a video file instead because last time it let me. So I'm just going to go to my video library this time. I'm going to select a video. This is the same one that I recorded last time. I'm going to copy the HTML. Remember, if you copy the HTML or you copy the preview, it's going to give you that big thumbnail with the 3 seconds. If you're that's for email, okay? If you're putting it in Facebook Messenger or LinkedIn Messenger or anything like that, you just want the URL. But I'm going to copy the HTML. Sorry, go back here to my video. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to copy the HTML. I'm going to open up an email and I'm just going to paste. And then there's my video. So really, really fast and easy.
We saw it that time. Great.
Perfect.
That was helpful. So do we have time for 1 or 2 more?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Does BombBomb a platform allow you to edit your video?
So from directly within BombBomb, we don't have any editing tools. However, we have hundreds and hundreds of real estate clients who do upload edited videos into BombBomb. So you would just need to do the editing on an actual editing software, whatever you want to use, whether it's iMovie or my mind just went blank. There's so many of them that I know realtors really, really love, but once it's edited, then you could just upload it directly into BombBomb.
Okay, that's great. And the name of the book again, I think Rehumanize Your Business, is that it?
Yep, Rehumanize Your Business.
Okay. That's really it. Some had asked if BombBomb provides tech support, and I think you answered that. They do.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. We have tons and tons of support for you. Once you sign up for a free trial, you have an assigned rep to get you through those first 14 days or until you buy. And then after that, our support team is awesome. They do phone support, they do email support, and they do live chat support on the website. So lots of ways to access that support.
That's great. Many are asking if this is recorded, and it is. It is recorded, and anyone who is on the webinar or registered for it will receive an email with the link tomorrow. And later today or tomorrow morning, this webinar will be on LIBOR's website at lirealtor.com/COVID. So we want to thank you, Alicia, for answering right away and scheduling and making the time to demo BombBomb and how to rehumanize our business through video. Thank you so very much.
Thank you for having me. Have a great day, guys.
You too. Bye-bye.